what we wanted to do was to get as many community members in one space as possible to really talk about how effectively we could change and impact our community. We have community development corporations, we have organizations that have been boots on the ground here in our neighborhood for a while, but what we haven't always collectively captured is the Black voice in our community.
You are watching SGTV, Socially Good Television.
I mean, through the lovely partnership with Downtown Akron Partnership, Susie Graham leads a fantastic team. They kind of spearheaded the way. And what we did, what a lot of folks might not know, these conversations started in February, collectively working with different organizations, Project Ujima, John Brown, the Knight Foundation, local artists and community organizers in Akron to get together to talk about collectively how could we all do Juneteenth. And what I'm happy about is Downtown Akron Partnership is really interested in making sure that the African American voice is heard and that they're making sure that the right people are in the room to help organize that.
Okay, so Downtown Akron Partnership was a facilitator of the event. So they wanted to make sure that all of the community partners came together to have a voice in what was most important in celebrating Juneteenth. We wanted to make sure that we worked with all of the people having community events, along with our arts and culture representatives and things of that nature. I love it. I think anytime community organizations and just members of the community can get together and engage in discussions, I think that's valuable at every level. And I like the fact that there were pre-done questions for everyone to answer, along with the survey to really capture what everyone's feeling so we can do something with it. I think the most important thing we can do is take the suggestions and put work behind those.
So this event was designed to support all minority-owned businesses. We have Sweet and Savvy Cupcakes. We have Ernie's Catering. We have art done by Black artists here to really showcase the talent that we have in our community, but also what we want to see different and how we can make that change happen. It's going to be added to previous talks. It's also going to be compiled and that data will be released to other organizations that are able to make change in their community, whether it is our community development corporations or it is other organizations that directly impact, whether it's youth services, adult services, creating green space such as Great Streets. We're going to take that data directly to them to say like, hey, we had over 200 people here. This is what the people said. This is what the data said that the people wanted to say. How do we direct the funding for those efforts?
The next step needs to be to put the data in the hands of the people or the groups or the organizations that can actually make effective change. Yeah, it's one thing to collect data, but if the data just sits and doesn't get put to use, then it's almost meaningless. So what we're hoping to do is get that data in the hands of the right people. Like I mentioned earlier, the Knight Foundation awarded over $700,000 to just 3 organizations here in Akron in 2017. And what you saw is that those organizations, particularly like the Kenmore neighborhood, used that money to actually revitalize sections of Kenmore. So it can be done, but you have to put the data in the right hands.
The more that we can sit across people that we might not share the same opinion, that we can find our common bond, that's how the collective voice is heard, right? Through people getting together and having that same conversation, because they're going to bring in what their experience has been to date. And without us being able to have people who are in the struggle, if you call it, or who are living the experience, then it's always going to be the helicopter people making the decision. We need to make the decision from the people who are the boots on the ground.
Thank you for watching SGTV. And remember to share this video.